Peter Pan. All children, except one, grow up. That child's name is Peter Pan. He lives in a place called Neverland with a group of lost boys and a fairy named Tinkerbell. One night, while Peter Pan and Tinkerbell were flying through London, they found a house where a little girl named Wendy was telling a bedtime story to her younger brothers, John and Michael. Peter Pan and Tinkerbell listened to the story from outside the window. They leaned in close to hear the ending. The heroes defeated the villains and saved the day. When Wendy finished her story, Peter Pan and Tinkerbell burst through the window. They flew around the room and told Wendy that her story was the best they had ever heard. Wendy and her brothers were amazed to see a tiny fairy and a flying boy. Peter Pan invited them all to Neverland. In Neverland, they could all stay children forever and go on many adventures. Wendy and her brothers thought that sounded like fun. Tinkerbell sprinkled a little bit of fairy dust on them, and suddenly Wendy and her brothers were floating above their beds. Peter taught them how to glide and dive through the air, and they all flew out into the night. They were off to Neverland. When they arrived in Neverland, Peter Pan introduced Wendy and her brothers to the lost boys. John and Michael joined the group right away. Peter Pan laughed and said their first adventure would be to visit his friend, Princess Tiger Lily, in the Mermaid's Lagoon. Peter Pan, Tinkerbell, Wendy, and the Lost Boys flew to the Mermaid's Lagoon, only to find that Princess Tiger Lily had been captured by a group of pirates, led by the evil Captain Hook. Peter Pan and the Lost Boys drew their swords and fought the pirates. They rescued Princess Tiger Lily. Captain Hook stamped his feet and vowed that he would get revenge. Princess Tiger Lily was happy to be back in Mermaid's Lagoon. She thanked Peter and everyone else by throwing a huge party. There were cakes and sweets, dancing and singing. It was a very fun party, but Wendy and her brothers couldn't help feeling a little homesick. Neverland was very fun, but they missed their home and their parents. Wendy decided to take her brothers back home to London. But when they were leaving Tiger Lily's party, Captain Hook and his pirates appeared. They captured Wendy and her brothers. Peter Pan heard Wendy's cry for help. He, Tinkerbell, and the Lost Boys returned to Captain Hook's pirate ship to fight again. Peter Pan and the Lost Boys defeated Captain Hook and his pirates. They kicked them into the water and took the pirate ship as their own. Wendy thanked Peter Pan, but told him that she was still homesick. She wanted to go home and see her mother and father. Peter was a bit sad, but he agreed to take Wendy and her brothers back to London. Tinkerbell sprinkled her fairy dust on the pirate ship. Slowly, The boat rose out of the water and floated through the air. They used the flying ship to return to Wendy's home in London. From their bedroom window, Wendy and her brothers waved goodbye to Peter Pan, Tinker Bell, and the Lost Boys. Wendy, John, and Michael grew up and had children of their own, but they never forgot their adventures in Neverland. And they never forgot about Peter Pan, the boy who wouldn't grow up.